Hey everybody, can you guess what we're unboxing today? Welcome to another ClixNexus unboxing. We are going to unbox the X of Swords miniatures game, or starter set as I like to call it. I've already peeled the plastic off. This will normally come in nice shrink wrap. It's actually different. The shrink wrap for the brick was different than usual, so I'm assuming this was also different. We've seen all the figures. They're all up in units at ClixNexus, as always. Oh my god. This is a nice board game box. The problem with that is, yeah, so you can even see the piece of plastic I ripped, is that the first time you open it, there we go. You actually have to get your fingers in there, get them dirty. So, we've seen all the figures. We've seen a bunch of stuff, so I'm not going to be showing that off. You can go look at units in Nexus if you want to, but I wanted to just kind of go over the elements, give those of you who maybe have not had a chance to actually see these pieces well in close-up. I mean, in case you haven't bought one of the new starter sets, this is how they come in this nice big box. I wish there was a little... So, I'm going to do an open critique as we do this too. It's not just an unboxing. In a lot of board games, my friend is a huge board game guy, so I play a bunch of board games that are roughly this size of box. If we do an insert like this for the dice, for a silica pack, for the figures, because there's all this empty space, which I'm going to pull out and actually show you. Yeah, I mean, that's a couple inches. That's like 6 inches, right? That's a joke for like 5 people. But, you know, you got like 2 or 3 inches here. What I would like, dear Wizkids, is if this was a tray, so that you pull this out, you set this aside. Ooh, Lord. Or you know, let it fall all over and make noise. All these chits, all these bystanders that are for the game, once you pop them out, you can throw them in the tray. You can make them nice and sized to that, or you can just have a general tray. Either one... Oh, dice actually popped out. Either one... Actually, let's do a little close-up. It's very similar to the dice and token pack, in case you were thinking about buying it. But so then, rather than keeping and throwing everything back in this bag, you use the tray, and it feels more like that, you know, quote-unquote premium, I'm gonna do that, board game experience. I am going to open the bag and kind of go over what's in it, but I wanted to do this. Now again, these are the map tiles. In case you have not seen them, you can see a reflection of my phone and me. I'd like maybe a tear strip on these, because right now, here, I'll do it, actually, I'll do it on camera. I'm having to take my box cutter, which, you know, you can take any blade you want, and trying to catch the wrinkle on these. Now, that's not a big deal. See, I did it. But, again, why risk damaging something that costs a lot of money? MSRP on this is $70, just like Disney Plus was. For those curious that may be wondering, going like, oh, hey, I like that. So we have Otherworld, The Blight Spoke. I think I know what that is. And then the other side is the other side, but just kind of, so there's how thick, there we go. There's how thick they are. I mean, they're sturdy. They're not gonna just easily bend in half. Oh yeah, Otherworld, Starlight Citadel Ballroom. Okay, so we got some fountains. I will say, again, being completely honest, the art on these is much better than Disney Plus. It's still very clearly a different artist than the other maps. I mean, that sticks out. Here, I'm going to do this. I didn't do this last time. Again, I'm critiquing. This is not to throw shade at anyone. This is not to be overly negative. This is a, you know, 20-year player who's been hardcore playing / judging / traveling for the last 7 to 10 years. I don't like this. I get why this is a choice. I get why this is done as not to clutter the art. Just do the lines. Like, this, it's not a huge deal. Maybe no one's confused by this. That's fine. Maybe it's just a me thing. This is better than Disney Plus. I don't like this. Just because it leaves those questions of like, well, it's not technically hindering because, you know, it doesn't have the whole border. Wait a minute. Otherworld, Shadow of the Starlight Citadel. Why do I have 3 maps? Oh, boy. Do I have 4 maps? Now I have to check. Now I'm checking all the tiles to see if there's a... Okay. Well, I'm not going to put this together right now. But that's going to be something for me to explore. Again, I am planning on doing some sealed play this weekend, this holiday weekend. So look for those videos. Oh, see, I hit the tripod. Tried not to do that. So I'll figure that out when we get there. I'll say it right now. If those tiles don't form 2 complete maps, that's kind of a bummer. I get that this is more geared towards scenario play as a miniatures game, but let me try and share knowledge to some people who maybe weren't around. HorrorClix failed because it wasn't HeroClix compatible. The Golden Age sets, the original third-party licenses, like, I hate when things fall out, like Gears of War and whatnot, were not as successful as they could have been because they were not modern age legal. People want to be able to get the most mileage out of these starters, out of anything they buy, honestly, not even just the starters. So if we have maps that are not modern legal because they don't go to the full 24x36 configuration, that is a mistake, in my opinion. That is not good. Let's talk about something else. So again, if you have not purchased one of these miniature games, this is the new smoke and, you know, debris. Are those skulls? No. I'm seeing skulls because I like skulls. So, pop smoke, that's what you use. I hate to be so critical, guys. I feel bad. The figures look nice. The box is sturdy. A barrier just ran away on me. I'll get to it later. Okay, good. I got 2 PACs. It looks nice. The PAC looks nice. We'll see. We'll look and see if it has everything it should. No. No, it doesn't. Alright, well, anyway. We'll deal with that later. So that's the token, right? So here's why I'm not a fan of this. Since those are all packed away. Captain Carter from Disney Plus. That's how she fits in a square. Let's put her in a square with smoke. You can't tell the smoke's there. Now you could say, oh, what's the big deal? Again, is it a huge deal? Is it the end of the world? No. But the reason why smoke and other terrain were always square was because they would fill the entire square. So when you put a figure in there, you will know, oh, there's something underneath. And then you go, okay, you won't forget. It's the same thing that happens with objects. I mean, any of us that have played and traveled and played with different people, you know, sometimes, oh, I'm going to put the object underneath the character. Okay. And you forget it's there and you pick it up. Even if they can't pick it up. You know, it's, again, it's little things, but these are little things that make learning and playing easier, which is what this all should do. So they're the new style of action tokens. A couple bystanders too. Smaller objects. I don't have a huge problem with smaller objects because these will also fit into the old potion slot on figures, which is a Mage Knight holdover from the game that was before HeroClix. I'm talking a lot. I hope you guys appreciate it. So these, let me see here. Yep, right there. These slots, and even this one, that have kind of that groove, were potion slots. You used to actually have little things that would fit in there for Mage Knight that were potions. These objects fit in there perfect. The action tokens actually also one popped out. So let me show it off. I didn't mean to pop it out. So that, boom, one token marked. So that's why I don't have a problem with those. But just for people who maybe haven't ever done that or haven't been around or haven't thought about that, that's why I don't have a problem with the smaller objects, because they can fit in the base. So there's the scenarios. Maybe we'll do something with that. I did get 2 PACs. These are the what I will call the abbreviated PACs. Your standard powers are all there. Let me open her up. Your standard powers are all there. There's some very important abilities missing, like autonomous or great size. And especially considering those just changed, those should be on the PAC. You can print these out for yourself. I'm not saying to produce them, but for as a reference, you can print these out. You should always have a copy of the PAC with you when you're playing, so you can reference it. Just makes everything easier. I practice what I preach. I always have a copy of the PAC with me when I'm playing. So then, man, we haven't had this in so long. Oh, okay, that's what's okay. So this is the tarot card pack. It's its own pack. These are the rules. They're posted on Nexus. If you're not sure, comment on the video. I will send you a link of where you can find a digital copy of these. The other side is actually a promo for the organized play and how to find stores. That's good. Kudos, Wizkids. Like, again, I've been very critical, and I think I'm correct in my criticisms, in my critiques. But that's a small thing. A lot of people be like, what's the big deal? Guys, this is something, even if people don't want to play at a venue, but they get into HeroClix and then maybe they play with their friends and then maybe their friends stop playing and they go, well, before I sell all my stuff, wasn't there something in my starter that told me where I could find people to play with? It's little things that add up. We've seen all the tarot cards. That's not a good representation because I have big hands. But actually, hold on. I know people have done this, but I'll do it again. Standard cards, tarot cards. I'm actually going to get some sleeves. There are tarot card sleeves you can find, you can buy. I'm going to get those, and I'm going to see how I like them, especially considering that we're going to be shuffling these. I think they're too flimsy. I mean, you can shuffle them. Of course you can. They can be shuffled. But you want to keep them nice. Yeah, and the rule book. The quick start rules. This is not the comprehensive rule book. If things don't make sense when you read this, you're not alone. Don't feel bad. Don't pay any attention to this. Just don't. I know it's there. Why would they put it there if you're not supposed to pay attention to it? Just don't. It's going to confuse you. Use the PAC. But yeah, that's about it, guys. The figures, I did show the figures off. I'm going to probably do a close-up on the Play at Home kit map. That's me, man. You know, check out the site. Click like if you want. Subscribe if you want. I appreciate it. I got some subscribers from the brick unboxing. I'd love to have you guys. I'd love to have you guys join us on the Patreon for Nexus. I do a whole bunch of stuff over there. But thank you for watching. That was what this is for. So if you're here and you're hearing me say this, thanks, man. Thanks, lady. Thanks, trans person. Thanks, non-binary. I don't know. Thank you all. Love you all. So next time, do good. Hey everybody. All right, so I did the unboxing that you probably just finished watching. This is a little addendum because I've now figured out the map. So as you can see, this is the Otherworld Shadow of the Starlight Citadel. This is a full legal map, 24 by 36. This is not anything in my room here, in my office. This is printed on the map. When you look up at it like that, because it's literally the shadow. If you read X of Swords, where Arako and Krakoa kind of meet for the first time. So you're literally in the shadow of the Citadel. Straightforward, no big whoop, right? Well, then, if we flip the tiles, we go to the Otherworld Blightspoke. And the thing about that is, that's a Battle Royale map. It's not picking up because it's purple on purple, and you know I have the light so you can see. But there are 4 starting areas. Your center hindering with some walls, some elevated. This is a Battle Royale map. This is not legal in tournaments. But if you're playing at home or at your local venue and you want to have a Battle Royale, technically this is a 4-player map, but it's smaller, so that's why I say it's a Battle Royale map. It's more aimed towards, you don't want to be playing, you know, massive teams on this, because you're going to set up, and it's, okay, so everyone should know what a Battle Royale map is. I got a little to explain that. I don't mind that this is here. I actually really like this. For years, a lot of us have said, hey, we need Battle Royale maps. We need Battle Royale maps. They've done similar things with like Civil War and some of the OPs where it's a full map, but you have the dotted lines, so you can play it as a Battle Royale map. I like the idea of a tile Battle Royale map. What I don't appreciate, what I don't like, is that if you are a newer player, if you've never played HeroClix before, and you're like, my friends play HeroClix, I really want to play HeroClix, I really like X of Swords, I like X-Men, this is a great starter, let me plop down $70. Nothing tells you this is a Battle Royale map. Nothing tells you you can't, in what's provided in the starter, that you can't take this to your local venue and play it. And I know some people may watch and be like, well, of course, obviously you do. Like, no, you can't. It's obvious to us. I've been playing this game for almost 20 years. Yeah, it's obvious to me, because I know what Battle Royals are. I know what Battle Royale maps are. I used to play when we had the giant 4-player maps. So yeah, I know. But you can't expect a brand new player to know. And so then, the other side of the top 2 tiles is this. Starting area, Otherworld Starlight Citadel Ballroom. This is the only map that is referenced in the core, in the core rules that are included with the starter. This is the only map that's referenced, and it's for the scenario. Now, this also reminds me of the smaller maps we got with Street Fighter years ago, for those that remember Street Fighter. This would probably be a fun map for some tag team or one-on-one WWE matches, or Street Fighter, or Gears of War. I mean, you could play a 4-man squad of Gears of War. This isn't terrible. This is nice. This is modular. My issue with it is that it's in a $70 starter. So in a $70 starter, we're getting 1 legal map, 1 Battle Royale map, which is good, and a scenario map that for home play could be good, but I prefer personally, because I'm always about value, personally and for other players, I would prefer it if these were modular. Like the Disney Plus maps appear to be modular. We still haven't gotten clarification on those. But where it's, you know, any 2 can be played, any 2 of these tiles could be played this way. Or both sides had a, you know, like the Civil War or like the other OP kits, every 4 had a battle royal. I'd like to get more mileage. I want to get more mileage out of my maps. I loved the full-size maps that could be played full-size or battle royal style, because you get more use out of them. So I would like to see that. Like I said, I like this. I wish it was clarified somewhere. I mean, I'll talk about the core rules eventually. But I like the idea. I like that they're trying things. It's just, with trying things, there are growing pains and pangs. And so this is just feedback I'm giving. So, if you've always really wanted a nice battle royal map that's, you know, very sturdy, hey, there you go, guys. X of Swords starter, available miniatures game starter, available at your Friendly Neighborhood Geek Shop in the next month or so. So, yeah. Hope it helps. Hope you dig it. Hope this is informative, and I hope you enjoyed the unboxing and the breakdown. That's why we have 3 maps in the starter. Till next time, guys. Do good.